content creation and live streamings on the gaming side of things, in my opinion, has reached a very dangerous position at the moment, and I think if it continues on down this path, I think it could even ruin this side of YouTube and TikTok and Twitch and everything else in between where you could upload a live stream. And a lot of people like to blame the fact that it's completely oversaturated. It's the easiest side of YouTube to get into, which I do agree with. However, only with the side of it's the easiest thing to get into. I believe for the longest time that yes, the oversaturation was the biggest issue, but I believe that's no longer the case. I think there's a much bigger problem afoot that is now overshadowing the oversaturation problem with gaming content creation and live streaming, and I believe the gaming developers and studios are the ones that are causing this problem pretty much. So let's get into this. So if you liked the video towards the end of it, if you could drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and leave a comment down below if you're a small content creator and live streamer, and if you have been affected by what we're just about to talk about. Also, I do have a second channel for YouTube Shorts. Also, I do a live stream on Twitch, and also got a TikTok and a Twitter as well. All links in the description. I'll stop plugging myself as well. Also, we're nearly at 700 subscribers. One less plug. But, sorry about that. And yes, my opinion, the biggest problem that I am seeing that is really not only killing off current major content creators and live streamers, but also the people who are trying to kickstart their own career to be the next wave of generation of gaming streamers and uploaders, is the gaming developers and the publishers themselves, really. It's no secret at this point that the gaming industry is a laughingstock of the whole entertainment scene at this point. The greatest examples of this would be Battlefield 2042, Cyberpunk, No Man's Sky, and the most recent being Saints Row. My god, I have seen the footage of that recently, and it is painful to watch. Saints Row's dead on arrival. What a surprise, I predicted that months ago. But this is not just with these small games, this is just a current trend within gaming studios and publishers that forcing the game studio to either forcefully release games early, or the gaming studios are just clueless and don't know what they're doing, or they just don't care, and they're just passing this off saying, yeah, we're done, ship it out, sell it. And when you're a content creator and live streamer, there's only two things you can do within this certain circumstances. If you are playing a game that is falling to shit, or you're hyped for a game that's going to come out that you think is going to be the next big thing to make you, like when Fortnite came out, that created multiple waves or generations of, you know, content creators and streamers who all made it, and people are hoping that this brand new piece of shit going to be the one for them. And I've fallen victim to this as well, Battlefield 2042. And there's only two things you can do. Either if your game is falling to shit, like Rainbow Six Siege, a good game that just became complete dog shit, or for example, if you wanted to be the next Battlefield 2042 and you had to abandon ship instantly, is, well, just that. Either you can abandon ship instantly, or you can try and patch the ship before it was barely under and you sink to Davy Jones's locker and your whole career just pretty much drowns overnight. Me personally, I like to abandon ship. I don't have any faith within gaming studios or developers or publishers of any caliber in any way, shape or form, really. And I like to abandon ship. I don't trust them enough, and I don't want them to take my content, my live streams down with them, if that makes any sense. Some people have stuck by it and went, oh, I'm going to wait out the tidal wave of shit, and it has also backfired on, which I don't want my YouTube channel to become. And I think the greatest example of this is Level Cap. He tried his best to stick with Battlefield 2042. He was literally the last man standing. Like, no one else was really making videos, no one else was really live streaming it. He kept going and going, and he tried to convince everyone that, oh, it'll be fine, they'll patch it. Oh, this is typical with Battlefield games, which it shouldn't be, but, you know, whatever. And look how amazing Battlefield 4 came out, and he really did try it, and not only did people lose interest in watching live streams or content, or even playing the game themselves with Battlefield 2042, they also just got fed up with Level Cap trying to constantly, you know, desperately cling on to this game, and it just pissed everyone off because everyone was in a blood-curdling rage with the game, and rightfully so. Again, I've made God knows how many videos exposing Battlefield 2042 and DICE and EA. I've also made a government petition to ban pre-order sales, and I've made a video on how I got a refund 6 months after the release of Battlefield 2042, and no one else has done that, just me. So I've got tons of videos on it, trust me, and I abandoned shit pretty early. So why is this a problem with content creation and live streams? If that's your only options, which is pretty much where we're at right now, that all you can do is make rant videos or move over and try and make positive videos on another game that might just be another piece of shit release, it really does make it difficult to start your career as a content creator and live streamer if the video games that you're just playing, no matter which ones you try and go over to, are just riddled with problems that we could spend hours talking about, even just for one singular game, never mind the whole gaming industry as a whole. And again, I've really suffered from this. I started off as Rainbow Six Siege live stream and content creator. It was actually Meaty Marley. I actually had a conversation with him, a verbal conversation with him, and he's basically told me, because of the silly, insane stuff that I was constantly pulling off in Rainbow Six Siege, and there was no one else doing it, that I should be starting to upload it and live stream it, which I did. And we had quite a good few interactions throughout my live streams, my videos, and so on and so forth, and he even featured in a few of mine as well, because I kept constantly running into him. I had to abandon ship with that game in Christmas of 2020 because I saw the decline in it, and even before we hit the iceberg, I saw the iceberg, I'm like, nope, bye, I'm gone. And I'm quite proud of myself. I think I did make the right decision. Ubisoft has fallen to shit. The game is boring, bland and vanilla, and the hacker pandemic on there is ridiculous. And again, a greatest example of people who haven't abandoned ship would be Macy J and Godly Noob. Understand that they're bitching and moaning on Twitter about the state of Buggysoft Siege is an absolute joke. However, I'm still blaming you for playing that piece of shit and trying to make a living out of it, really. Or trying to make it your only game that you really play and upload and live stream. It's fallen to shit. Stop moaning about it. They're not going to do anything, Macy J and Godly Noob and every other Siege content creator and live streamer. Move on. It's going to get worse and worse. Stop complaining and move on. And once I moved on, obviously I moved over to Battlefield 2042 for an entire year, making Battlefield 6 videos, because that's what it was called before the trailer was released. And again, disastrous, I moved on from that. I moved over to Warzone for a short space of time. I had my brand new PC with the RTX 3080 Founders, the Ryzen 9 5900X, and the 32 gigs of 3600 and my 1000 watt power supply. You know, I had a monster PC built, and it took me 18 plus months to save up for it. And also, if you want to go check the video out of how I got scammed out of that exact graphics card by my best mate, who I got arrested and I dragged him to court, I made a whole video on it. There'll be a calling card up in the top right of your screen, I believe, if you want to go check it out. But yeah, after I built all of that and after I got scammed, I had to take someone to court and everything else in between, and have to get the special investigation for fraud and criminal activities involved. Built the PC, like, oh yeah, I don't have my RTX, sorry, no, I don't have my GTX 1060 Asus Turbo 6 did with my Starlight 7 6700K processor, my 8 gigs of 2153 RAM, blah, 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 so on and so forth. It used to literally explode every time I used to play Warzone, and I just couldn't live stream, it was too demanding. I went, oh, I can now finally live stream and play it in ultra high definition and everything else. Nope, not even in lowest setting, because packet burst issues were a problem within Warzone, and the hacker pandemic just got riddled. Speaking of hacker pandemic, pay attention when I said the hacker pandemic on Rainbow Six Siege. That is going to be linked to Tarkov in a minute, just give me a second. And I was getting sick to death on Warzone, packet burst issues which would cause me to die even though I blatantly had to drop on someone. And also dying to a hacker, winning my gulag, and getting beamed out of the air coming back from my gulag by a brain from like 2 continents away, who's a different hacker as well. I just gave up in the game. Ravensoft and Activision are just fucking useless in my opinion as well. So I had to I had to abandon ship, I had to get a whole new game going, which is where I moved over to Escape from Tarkov at this point. And that's is the more recent one, even though I've very recently just switched over to Escape content, and if that doesn't work, I'll get into this in a second. But when I moved over to Escape from Tarkov, things were going well, but there was problems that I noticed that I didn't agree with the game. And with the most recent wipe, or patch 12.12.30, Escape from Tarkov, in my opinion, is in the same boat as 2042. It is an absolute fucking unplayable piece of shit. I'm still really wanting to make a whole rant video on Tarkov. I don't have the energy, and I don't want to like ruin my day by getting myself that angry talking about how fucking stupid the whole Battlestate Games and the developing studio for it, I think they're fucking retarded in my opinion, honestly. And my biggest problem with that is either running into hackers or dying to problems that were blatantly not my fault. Like shots not registering, desync, yada yada, scavs are beyond broken in the game, etc, etc. And again, I abandoned ship, and a lot of other content creators and live streamers are doing the same with Tarkov, and a lot of them are the smaller ones, because that game damaging your mental health, it could actually cause suicide thoughts. Like, I'm not even kidding. That game, like, that would create you to go out and commit mass genocide, honestly. That game just triggers a psychopathic thought process within your head, and I had to abandon ship for that exact reason. The game was literally causing depression playing it, so I had to abandon it, even though I think it's a good game. It's just a fucking broken piece of shit at the moment. And do you remember how I said with the hacker problem within Rainbow Six Siege and the hacker pandemic within Tarkov now, there's a connection, there's a very, very big connection. Battle Eyes, both the provider of Rainbow Six Siege and Tarkov, so there you go, that's that. Oh, that's a kawinky dinky, isn't it, that one? Oh, it just is. I wonder, I can't put two and two together, guys. I'll have to let you leave comments down below if you can put two and two together. I am not smart enough for that. I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not intelligent enough. Oh god, if I'm getting sued, it's this video. But nonetheless, there's only two options for gamers right now. You can't really find a good game to play anymore, and the only really good ones are the really cringy audience based, where you have to be, so guys, we're going to drink the fucking butcher, you know, humongous potion. It's just, you've got to play those types of cringy audience where they're like 17 seconds old, pretty much. Or you play games that you genuinely want to play, you're not putting on a fake persona, but they're all just broken as fuck and they don't function. So your only option is to make rant videos and expose videos on those games. I want to make games that are fun, but I'm struggling. I've been doing this for over 2 years and I'm struggling myself, and a lot of other small content creators and live streamers are in the same boat. It's really difficult to wake up with a positive mind on, yay, let's get this content, I'm going to do something wacky and different, I'm going to be the next big thing, and having all that, you know, motivation and to do it. But every game I've touched in the past 2 years is just complete dog shit, and I'm really struggling to wake up in the morning. Wake me up. And I just don't even want to wake up anymore, fucking not oxygenate. It's really hard to wake up and make content on games now, because it's just a broken piece of shit. There's no updates, there's no patches, there's no fixes, no communication from the devs or whatever, and you've got to abandon ship or go down with the ship. Why are we on a sinking ship to begin with? Why is there an iceberg all the time? Why can no ship reach its port, reach its docking station, or just completely just keep sailing into the future, into the sunset? And I think that's becoming one of the biggest problems with content creation and live streaming, is video games are just fucked. It's the least motivating thing to be making on videos and live streams on. Also, I'm thinking about making a video on why every single platform is the worst for live streaming on as well, so you can have that to look forward to in the future as well. And yeah, I'll wrap up there. Thank you very much for the support, it's greatly appreciated. I love yous all, and as always, keep on rolling. See yous! And I do not want to go down that path. So yeah, I prefer my more mature games, if I'm being completely honest with you. I'm not a fan of kid-friendly games, they're just not for me. I tried playing Fall Guys recently, it's too easy and it's kind of boring in my opinion, so there we have it. I think I'm looking forward to state content. I am silly good at it. And again, I'm live streaming it. Also, this Friday, I'm going to be live streaming State 2 in 3D. That's right, you can watch my Twitch stream in 3D. So if you can get your hands on a pair of 3D glasses, go for it, come join the fun. I've got mine ready to rock and roll. And again, I've got my second YouTube channel for shorts, High Roller Shorts. There's links for that in the description, daily uploads as well. Pardon. And again, I'm quite active on Twitter. I'm going to start uploading to TikTok a lot more often as well, and obviously there's links for all that around in the description as well. So again, thank you very much for tuning in to the very end. I understand this video is going to be quite long. Let's wrap it up before the 15-minute mark.